Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. If your washing machine is making a squeaking sound that's driving you absolutely nuts, don't worry. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to fix it. This high-pitched squealing during wash or spin cycles is one of the most common washer problems I see, and the good news is most causes are fixable at home. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group, links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. Now, here's the thing, that squeaking sound usually comes down to about seven main culprits, and most of them you can fix yourself for way less than calling someone like me. We're talking anywhere from $10 to maybe a couple hundred at most, versus a service call that's going to run you several hundred just to walk in the door. So let's dive in and figure out what's making your washer sound like a horror movie prop. All right, so before we dive into all the specific causes, let me share something I call Noise 101. It's this diagnostic checklist I've been using for years. Trust me on this one, this little routine has saved me countless hours of unnecessary troubleshooting. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask ourselves 8 key questions that'll help us zero in on exactly what's going wrong. You can see on the screen right now. Question 1, when is the noise occurring? Is it during water fill, agitation, spinning, or drainage? That timing tells us everything. Next up, where's the noise coming from? Back, front, bottom, or middle area? Don't ask me how I know that, but the location is usually your biggest clue. Then we're going to check if you can manually trigger the noise. Like if it's below the tub, try moving the tub by hand. Here's a big one, any burning smell, because squeak plus smell usually means a damaged belt. We're also listening to the character of the noise. Is it rubber against rubber, rubber against metal, or that grinding metal on metal sound? And here's a pro tip from my buddy Jake. Remove the agitator and run a quick cycle. If the squeak vanishes, boom, your agitator's the troublemaker. All right, so the number one troublemaker I see is going to be your drive belt or something called the Splutch kit. Now, the drive belt is basically the hardest working part in your washer. It's transferring all that power from the motor to make your drums spin and agitate. I had this customer last month with a GE washer that was making this awful squeaking noise. Turns out the belt had gotten misaligned with the motor pulleys, and every time it tried to spin, it was rubbing against the housing. You can see on the screen right now where these components are located, usually at the bottom of top load washers or at the back of front loaders. Here's what happens over time. That belt gets aged, frayed, or cracked from all the work it's doing. Sometimes you'll even get debris stuck on the belt or pulleys that causes it to squeak as it moves. The good news is these parts are pretty cheap. We're talking 10 to $50 for either one. Now there's this sneaky little part called the Splutch kit. It's that white, round plastic piece sitting below the bigger motor pulley. Its job is helping your washer shift between different modes, like going from agitation to spinning. When this thing wears down, you get metal on metal contact that creates that squeaking sound. Before checking these parts, always unplug your washer and turn off the water supply. Safety first. You'll need a 5/16 nut driver and potentially a helper to safely tip your top load washer onto its back. This repair takes about 15 or 30 minutes. For front load washers, you'll access the belt from the rear panel. Look for signs of the belt rubbing against the cover, check the belt tension, and inspect for any fraying or cracks. If you see damage, swap it out. If it's just debris, clean it off with a brush and damp cloth. Moving on to something we've all done, forgetting to empty our pockets before throwing clothes in the washer. Those coins, buttons, or whatever else was hiding in there can end up in some pretty inconvenient places. The drain pump is usually where these little troublemakers end up causing problems. As your washer goes through its cycles, that loose change can work its way down and get caught in the pump's impeller. When the drain pump tries to do its job, that foreign object creates friction and grinding that sounds like squeaking. Here's how to identify drain pump squeaking. Listen carefully during your wash cycle. If the squeaking only happens during the final drain phase, usually the last 3-5 minutes, that points to the drain pump. The pump is located at the bottom front of most washers, behind a small access panel. In 90% of cases, you'll just need to remove the foreign object, not replace the pump. Pop open the drain pump access and check if there's anything inside that shouldn't be there. Most of the time, it's a simple cleaning job that'll cost you nothing but a few minutes of your time, way better than the 50 to $200 a replacement pump would run you. Now we're getting into what I call the bad news bearer territory, the transmission. This is potentially a pricier fix, but don't panic just yet because sometimes it's covered under warranty. Think of the transmission as your washer's gearbox. It controls the agitator and drum movements. Like a car transmission, the internal gears and bearings can wear out, especially between years 3, 7 of use. When these parts lack proper lubrication, they create that telltale squeaking sound. Here's how to tell if it's your transmission. The squeaking is coming from beneath the drum, and it's not related to any external parts you can see. You can actually test this by giving the transmission shaft a manual twist. If it squeaks when you do that, you found your culprit. Another dead giveaway is oil leaking at the bottom of your washer or on nearby components. That's a sure sign your transmission is failing. But here's the thing. Even with a leaking transmission, sometimes the actual squeak is coming from the drive belt getting slippery from that oil. The tub seal is another part that can cause squeaking when it wears out. This little guy costs maybe 5 to 30 bucks and sometimes just needs some grease applied to quiet things down. Run a spin cycle after greasing it and see if that solves your problem. If it turns out to be the transmission, we're looking at 200 to 500 bucks in parts. Check your warranty first. Transmissions are usually covered for at least a year. If you're out of warranty, do the math on whether it makes sense to repair or replace the whole machine. Another potential troublemaker I've run into is a loose or misaligned rotor, but this only applies to direct drive washing machines. The rotor and stator are parts of the motor assembly that create a magnetic field to drive your drum or agitator. Here's how to diagnose rotor problems. First, the squeaking will be constant during spin cycles, not intermittent. Second, you might notice the drum wobbling more than usual. Third, try spinning the empty drum by hand. If you hear grinding or feel resistance, the rotor bearings may be worn. This creates metal on metal friction that causes the squeaking sound. I remember working on an LG front loader where the customer was hearing this squeaking noise, and it turned out the rotor had just worked itself loose. Locating the rotor depends on your brand. If you've got a Whirlpool, KitchenAid, or Maytag direct drive model, it's probably at the bottom. Front load washers usually have it at the back. This is definitely a harder troubleshooting job compared to checking your drive belt. The good news is, most of the time you don't need to replace the rotor. You might just need to tighten it up or realign it properly. But if you do need a replacement, we're talking about $100 to $200 part, still way cheaper than buying a new washer, but this is definitely getting into call a professional territory if you're not comfortable working on motor components. All right, so now we're going to talk about something that trips up a lot of people, agitator assembly issues. You can see on the screen right now, this is typically going to run you anywhere from 10 to 50 bucks for an agitator repair kit, so we're not talking big money here. Now, here's the thing about agitators. They're working hard every single cycle, and over time, those internal components start wearing down. What happens is you get these worn agitator dogs, or sometimes the agitator itself gets loose on the shaft. Don't ask me how I know that, but I've seen agitators that literally wobble around during the wash cycle. So here's what we're going to do to diagnose this. Grab that agitator and give it a good shake by hand. If it's got excessive play or if you can hear rattling inside, that's your problem right there. Sometimes you'll also notice the agitator isn't moving properly during the agitation cycle. The fix is pretty straightforward. Most of the time, we're looking at replacing the agitator dogs or the whole agitator repair kit. Trust me on this one, it's one of those repairs that sounds scarier than it actually is. Now let's talk about motor coupling failure. And this one's particularly common on those older direct drive Whirlpools and Kenmore washers. We're looking at about $10 to $50 for a motor coupling. So again, pretty reasonable fix. Here's what's happening. The motor coupling is this little rubber and plastic piece that connects your motor to the transmission. Over time, especially if you've been overloading the washer, that coupling starts to wear out. When it fails, you get this squeaking or grinding noise, and sometimes the washer won't agitate at all. You can see on the screen right now how to identify this problem. The noise usually happens during agitation, and if you look underneath the washer, you might actually see pieces of the old coupling. Don't ask me how I know that, but I found coupling debris scattered all over the place on these repairs. So what we're going to do is access the motor coupling by removing the cabinet and motor. It's not the easiest repair for a beginner, but it's definitely doable. The key is making sure you get the coupling aligned properly when you install the new one. Trust me, you don't want to do this job twice. All right, so here's another one that can really throw you for a loop. Clutch assembly problems. This is going to run you anywhere from $20 to $100 depending on your washer model. Now, the clutch assembly is what helps your washer transition from agitating to spinning. It's kind of like the clutch in your car. Over time, those clutch pads wear down, and you start getting metal on metal contact, which creates this horrible squeaking or grinding noise. Here's what I've learned over the years: clutch problems usually show up during the transition to spin cycle. You'll hear the noise right when the washer tries to ramp up to full spin speed. Sometimes the washer won't spin at all, or it'll spin but make this awful racket. To diagnose this, we're going to listen carefully to when the noise occurs. If it's happening during that spin up phase, and especially if the washer isn't reaching full spin speed, the clutch is probably your culprit. Don't ask me how I know that, but I've replaced more clutch assemblies than I care to count on those older top load washers. And here's the last major cause we need to cover: suspension system problems. We're talking about suspension rods and springs, and you're looking at about $20 to $100 to get this fixed. Now, here's the thing about suspension systems: they're what keep your washer drum stable during operation. When those suspension rods wear out or the springs get stretched, the drum starts moving around in ways it shouldn't, and that creates squeaking noises from all that extra friction. You can see on the screen right now, this problem usually shows up during the spin cycle when the drum is moving the fastest. The washer might also start walking around or shaking excessively. Trust me on this one, if your washer sounds like it's trying to escape from the laundry room, check those suspension components first. So what we're going to do is visually inspect those suspension rods and springs. Look for obvious wear, stretching, or damage. Sometimes you'll see the rods are actually bent or the springs are completely stretched out. Don't ask me how I know that, but I've seen washers where the suspension system was so shot, the drum was basically bouncing around like a ping pong ball. All right, so that's how you tackle a squeaking washing machine. We covered drive belts and splutch kits, foreign objects in the drain pump, transmission and tub seal issues, and rotor problems. Most of these fixes you can definitely handle yourself and save a ton of money in the process. Here's your action plan. Start with a 5-minute check for foreign objects in the drain pump. Costs nothing and fixes 30% of squeaking issues. Next, inspect your drive belt and splutch kit. These $10.50 parts solve another 40% of cases. If you're still hearing squeaks, test for transmission problems using the manual spin method I showed. For rotor or transmission issues, get a repair quote first. If it's over $300, consider replacement instead of repair. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your washer running quietly again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.